And I just wasted a half hour having a dance party by myself. If you're looking to like amp up your Instagram, I think I'm gonna try to get an Instagram photo people whose feeds I'm absolutely obsessed with. Oh, I like all of them. I guess I could walk you guys through how I edit my pictures.
Downtown, we let it go. Sunset high and our bodies low. Blood rush in a hazy glow. My hands, the bones. Loose up, we break the scene. One step deep as you fall to me. Hot clap, we skip a beat. Count 1, 2, 3.
Hey y'all, what is up? It is Marissa, Nicole, and welcome back to my channel. And happy Jesus freaking Christ. It's just so easy to look before I start the vlog, and yet I never do. Friday, August 28th. I said good morning, but it is definitely not the morning anymore. I think it's like 1 or so. I've been editing all morning. I got a video scheduled to go up. A video did go up today about my new desk area. Sorry, I did laundry. I need to hang these up. But the desk area, I got my new Mac. I got this new desk. So if you missed that video, I'll link it down below for you guys. I felt terrible about it because I was looking for a laptop stand. I didn't like anything that I was seeing. And I was like, there's no way. I'm not gonna spend $40, $50 on one that'll like just do. Instead of like rationalizing spending some money on like a laptop stand, I was just like, F it, we're gonna go full on computer. That way I don't even need a laptop stand for my laptop. I just will edit on here. You guys have been amazing, DMing me so many laptop stands, putting them in the comments. I literally looked at every single one, but I just went with a Mac instead. Quick change of events. Was not expecting to do that, but I'm so happy with it. Literally the vlog that I finished editing today was 18 minutes long. It uploaded to YouTube in 2 minutes. I am astounded. Like, I'm so shocked. I'm so happy with my purchase. It has made my editing so much easier, faster, quicker, like upgraded. I'm so happy with it. But it looks so cute, and I'm so happy that it's like coming together. I do still want to like redo everything up here, but that'll be in another video. I need to like plan out what I want it to look like, so I haven't done that yet. But I mentioned that I was doing laundry. Today was the day that I redid all of our bed stuff. I usually do this once a week, and so today's the day to do that. And I need to put the sheets back on the bed. The comforter is in the dryer right now, so that's not quite done yet, but I do want to dress the bed at least. That way I can get this out of the way. And then I'm starving. I didn't eat breakfast. It's 2. Okay, I thought it was 1. It is 2 now. Dang. And we need to make lunch, I guess. I just get so in the zone sometimes that I forget to eat. I say this all the time, but it still shocks me when it's like 2 o'clock and I haven't eaten yet. So let me dress the bed and then we're gonna make some lunch. The bed has been dressed and I just wasted a half hour having a dance party by myself and Instagram stories. But there was just some like bomb songs playing on my Pandora, and I just couldn't stop. You know, you have to wait till there's like a semi-bad song to stop the music, and it just didn't happen. So now a half hour later, the bed is made, I have danced and sung, and now we can go make lunch. Also, it's been raining all day, and so our bikes are inside because normally we keep them out on the balcony, but since it's raining, we don't want them to get wet, so we keep them inside. But it's been just like pouring, and I'd like it to stop so that I can go do things without getting wet. I can still do things in the rain, but I hate going outside when it's raining. I run into this problem every time I need to eat, and that's I don't know what to eat because I always want to make something like quick, but we really don't have anything that's quick. All of our food is like food. And like some of the stuff that I have is for Griffin and I. So if I make, let's say, the Panera salad, that is a huge salad, and I'm not gonna be able to eat it all myself. If I make like andouille pasta, like I could put it in the fridge, but I'd hate to waste a whole meal for Griffin to get like the leftovers. I don't think that's fair. I had grilled cheese yesterday, so I shouldn't do that because we also had mac and cheese for dinner last night, and that's a lot of cheese. So I feel like I should eat something not cheesy. I think I'm gonna use my pasta boat. This thing really is so amazing. Like, it genuinely cooks delicious, like fully cooked pasta. Like, none of it's like hard or stuck together. Like, it blows my mind how this works. I have 15 minutes while that cooks in the microwave, and in the meantime, I think I'm gonna try to get an Instagram photo of me in my outfit. So I think I'm gonna do that. My timer just went off, and I did get a few pictures. I tried to take them on my bed because like my sheets are showing and it's yellow, so I thought like the colors might go well. I feel like I need a good outside picture, but it's like raining. I'm gonna try to see if it'll clear up at some point and then take my tripod out there. I don't know. But let's have some pasta, shall we? I just finished my pasta, but I was looking through the pictures that I had taken before my pasta, and I was about to start editing them, but I thought that I guess I could walk you guys through how I edit my pictures. And if you're not following me on Instagram, you definitely should, because I am super active on my stories, but also like I've been stepping up my feed, and it just looks so gorgeous, at least in my opinion. But okay, first things first, I normally just look through my pictures, of course, first to figure out which ones I liked, which ones look the best, what's flattering, what's maybe not flattering or whatever. So this was the first picture I took. Not not a huge fan. The second one is, I don't really like my smile. The third one could be good maybe. And I always like favorite them, so I like heart them if I do like them. I think I like the fourth one better. Fifth one is a move, but the sixth one, see, this is also my problem because then I'm like, oh, I like all of them. So once I've favorited the ones that I like, I delete the other ones that I don't like just to like get them out of the way. And for this specifically, I didn't have that much time, so I only had like 12 pictures. But normally, especially if Griffin takes my pictures, there's like 200 photos. I have to delete the ones that I don't like or else it gets way too confusing. And then I'm going to put this into Lightroom, which is the app that I edit on, like all my colors and everything. And I have my stuff organized. Are you surprised? So I put them into my Instagram folder here. Now I do use presets to edit my pictures. There's a lot of different ones that I used. I've bought some off of Etsy that are really good. I've actually purchased a whole bundle of like 200 plus presets when Aspen Ovard was like selling this preset bundle with her and like so many other influencers. I had purchased that. And so typically I have like two or three different presets that are my go-tos for my current Instagram theme or feed. The first one that I always try are my Aspen Ovard presets. I usually like her second one and I just have them labeled as like 1, 2, and 3. But if that one doesn't really cut it depending on like the colors and the look that it is, I'll also use Bright and Airy Minimal Pink. But of course I have to like adjust some stuff, which I'll go through. But that's another one that I really use. I got that one off of Etsy. And then Rose Gold. There's like so many different Rose Gold ones, but I'll usually use like Rose Gold Brightest or Rose Gold Color and do some editing. And those ones usually like fit my feed the best. I'll try to link the ones that I bought off Etsy down below, those presets, but I don't believe Aspen's, the ones that I got from like the preset bundle, are still available. They were only selling that bundle for a certain amount of time, but Aspen still has her own presets that you can buy. I will shout out 2 other people whose feeds I'm absolutely obsessed with. One is Gabby Fuller, and she has her own presets, which I low-key have been dying to get, but I haven't bought them yet. So if you guys are wanting like a feed like hers, she has gorgeous presets. And then also Bianca, she has gorgeous presets, and I love that she has those pinky undertones because that's completely my vibe. But I also haven't gotten hers yet, and she just released them like last week, so they're so new, but I've had my eye on them. Those 2 are definitely off the top of my head my favorite like Instagram accounts with presets that I love. But with this photo, I think the Ovard 2 is going to work. To be sure, I basically just kind of pull up my Instagram feed next to the photo and kind of swipe back and forth and see what the colors are, and I'm like, yeah, those pretty much match. That's what I'm going for. But since there is some yellow and stuff in here, I will go to the color tab, and this first little area allows you to change the temperature. So if you want to get really warm or really cool, and honestly where it was to begin with is perfectly fine. Sometimes I will take the tint one, which is the one right below it, and skew it more towards the pink side because I like pinky undertones, or you can do it for like a green or so. And that's usually all I touch on this first page. But if you click the little color wheel in the right corner by mix, that'll bring up each individual color, and this is where I will go and alter some colors. So for example, there's like some burgundy or red in my tank top here that I might want to up the saturation in for it to look more red, but also I have to be careful to make sure my skin isn't turning too red or anything else in the picture isn't turning too red. And the luminance makes it either really dark or really bright, and so I usually play around with that until everything looks right. The orange is also something that I mess with, so sometimes if you want your skin to look tanner, if you up the saturation just a little bit but then you bring down the luminance, you'll look a little bit more tanner. And then the yellows is also what I mess with, especially if I'm taking pictures in the kitchen or here in the living room. I usually bring those yellows all the way down because the lights, as you can see right here, are very yellow, and I don't want the picture to look yellow. So I will bring down the yellows to make sure that you really can't see that it's like super yellow. And so right now this picture has it all the way down, but then you can't really see the yellow in my shirt or the yellow on my sheets. So I can up that just a little bit just so you can see some yellow. And if you long press it, it will go back to the original, so that way you can see what it looks like and if I like the way that it's turning out. And so far I like it. Again, if I pull it next to my feed, it looks pretty comparable to me. The light tab at the bottom I also will mess with, especially with the exposure. If I want it to look a little more bright, I will up that or bring it down if you want it to look more darker. But I really like my feed to be bright and airy kind of thing, so I always have my exposure up a little bit. And then if you bring your highlights all the way down, it also makes your skin look really good, because if your highlights are up, it's gonna make you look really white and just everything else really white, especially if your exposure's up. You kind of have to balance the highlights and the exposure. My shadows are usually increased because that is what makes the darks in the picture more bright and airy like I like it. So if it was normal, you're gonna see more of those shadows in like my hair or my arms, and then if I keep going down, it's just gonna make everything really dark. So I like mine really high up. Now the whites and the blacks I don't usually mess with, but if I ever need to, of course turning down the whites will make the whites less white, turning up the whites will make the whites more white, but I will change, of course, everything else in your photo, so you have to be careful with that. And the same thing with the blacks, whether you're wanting things darker or lighter, etc. And that is usually all I do for my photos. And once I find an edit that I like, all I have to do is press the 3 dots in the right hand corner, copy those settings. I'm gonna copy all of them, and then I can just go to each picture and paste those in. And that way I don't have to actually like individually edit each photo, and that saves me so much time. And then I'm able to see which one I actually like and which ones like I want to post, because I try to see the potential in them, but sometimes once I do edit them, I might not like them as much. So this first picture, I feel like it looks too forced, so I don't really like that. The second one is definitely a keeper. I'm going to save this one to my camera roll. I like this one. Honestly, the chillaxin one, that one's kind of cute. So now we have 3 photos that I like for my feed, and they're edited to what I think fits my feed. The next thing that I do is go to my preview app, which is an app that basically allows you to like plan out your content, so that way you can see what it looks like on your Instagram feed. And so I'll add one of those photos in, it doesn't really matter which one, and just see what it looks like next to all the other pictures. Looking at it, I can say that there's a little bit too much yellow in it, like it doesn't really match the rest of my feed, but I don't think it looks bad. But if I wanted to, I could bring down the saturation of the yellows, or maybe make the picture more cooler in that temperature slide to make it fit more. Let's try that. It doesn't look terrible. The one that I just fixed, I just kind of moved that cool temperature slide more to the cool slide, and I think it fits. Since I fixed that, I can copy those settings and basically go and paste those on those other pictures. That way they all have that fixed temperature slider, just in case I decide to post any of these other photos. Now there are some other apps that I use to edit, but I don't use them all the time, but sometimes they come in handy, so I can go over those with you. PixArt is a really cool app if you're trying to do like glitter doodles, or they do actually have some really cool effects, stuff like that on here. The app is free, but there's stuff that you have to pay for inside of the app, so if you don't want to do that. But with this photo, I could go to the effects and kind of go through if I want to blur it or if I want to do a focal zoom. I see a lot of people using like the sketch part, and this is the app that they're using to do that, and I think it looks so cool. The other thing that I really use on this, especially for like thumbnails more so than my actual pictures, but in case you're wanting to do this, if you go to the brushes tool, you're able to kind of scroll through the different brushes that they have, and the ones that like a lot of people use is like the glitter. If you've ever seen that, like that's where that comes from. If you ever notice people getting like cool butterflies in their background, like that's where that's coming from, and stuff like that. But there's so much in PixArt that you should definitely check out. But those are pretty much all of the things that I use to edit my pictures. If you're looking to like amp up your Instagram, my favorite Instagrammer to follow, like I mentioned Bianca and Gabby for presets, but Emma Top, her Instagram is to die for. Like she does so many doodles. She is so good at like editing her photos, and she literally just uses basically those apps that I talked about. She has a video of her own going over how she edits her photos if you want to watch that. She's just so creative, and I really want to get into stuff like that, like doodling on my photos, but I'm just not good at it. I mentioned that Griffin and I made mac and cheese last night, and we did not do the dishes, so I should probably do that. Dishes are going, and I did hear that the dryer stopped, so my comforter is done and we can finish dressing the bed. The bed is finished and all nice and clean and soft, and I cannot wait to climb in it tonight. If you missed my last video, I tried to get a new comforter for this bed and it didn't work out at all, and I tried to return it. That also didn't work out, but I am going to try to return it now because they said I could do it the next day, so I might as well. But it's starting to rain again. Dang it. I don't want to walk in the rain. I can return it today, and I do need to go to the store anyways for some other things, so I might as well do it. Let's just get it over with, because right now it's like sprinkling. Before it was like downpouring, so I might as well do it now while it's not so bad before it gets bad again. I just got back from Target, and the dishwasher is still going though, so ignore the noise if you guys can hear it. But we needed more hangers because we're out of hangers, and I did all the laundry and there's stuff to be hung. There's an Instagrammer that I follow. She's like a blogger, and I think she has a YouTube channel, but it's recent, so she's not like a YouTuber. But her name is JC. Love her to death. Her Instagram feed is like all rainbow. That's like what she's known for. But she recommended these two things, which is the Clean and Clear Watermelon Gel Moisturizer and then the Juicy Scrub from Clean and Clear. She had like a collab with them, and you know, like a brand deal with them. them, and so I wanted to try them. And so I put a boomerang on my story when I saw it, and I like tagged her in it because obviously I saw it and I thought of her, and she freaking DM'd me back and she was just like, yes, and I'm like, oh, my heart kind of dropped. We needed more vegetable oil for some of our recipes, and this was just sitting in the $5 spot. It was the only one left, but it's like this little thing that I don't know, but you hold things in it, and I just thought it was so cute to go like here on the kitchen counter or somewhere on my desk. Like, I don't know, but I couldn't pass it up because it was black, so I know that it'll match a lot of things, but I don't know what we're gonna do with it, but I got it. Griffin requested that I get giant Ziploc baggies because I think he wanted to make steaks tonight, but he needs to like marinate them for a little bit, and we don't have any big baggies for that. I had to get more bread, and I've been dying to do another face mask lately, and so I got 2 of them. One that's like a teal color, a charcoal mask, and then I finally found paper towels. However, there was this like 6-pack and there was only like 5 of them left. The whole thing was still empty, so I don't know what's going on with paper towels, but it's low-key stressing me out, but I'm glad that I was able to find some. And then the last thing that we got was more laundry detergent because we are running low. I did a whole bunch of laundry like yesterday and today and realized that we're running out, so grab some of that. And our total at Target today was only $52.12, which I think is pretty good for all this. I have my hair in this like clip, but it's kind of giving me a headache, and I don't know why because I wear these often, so I don't know if it's because I'm wearing it like higher on my head because normally I wear them down low. The problem is that you guys can't see it and then I look bald. Oh well, we'll see what that does. So I'm thinking this thing might be good here on the kitchen island to hold like our keys and stuff maybe. Okay, this clip is giving me such a headache. I don't know guys, I kind of like it. It looks quite small on camera because of course this is a wide angled lens. I like the way that this looks. It's very like minimal and it leaves us more counter space to do things on. I like it. I've moved the bowl above the fridge to hold our bananas, and I don't know, I think it's cute. So I guess we'll see what Griffin says when he gets home, if he likes it, but I like it. Hello, Griffin is home from work, and we're gonna start making dinner. We're gonna make some steaks, mashed potatoes, and green beans. So we're gonna do some late night cooking with Marissa and Griff, which we haven't done in a long time.
It's 7:30.
Some people eat dinner at like 5.
Yeah.
Either way, cooking with Marissa and Griff, making some steaks. Griffin's thawing out the meat. I'm gonna start on the potatoes. Are you wanting me to skin these?
Do you know how to skin a potato?
Nope. Do I just go like this? Oh wow, I'm doing it. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potatoes, 6 potatoes, 7 potatoes. Potatoes have been peeled. Griffin is cutting them into 4ths. And then we're gonna put them into a pot and you're going to boil the water.
With the potatoes in it.
With the potatoes in it. And then once it boils, I think if I'm remembering correctly, it says to decrease the heat or something like that and let it sit for like 15 minutes.
Until it's like fork soft.
Griffin is cutting up the green beans. He says that the ends are the first to rot. If you want good green beans, cut off the ends.
I'm just listening to my Cuban grandma. I don't know how accurate that is.
Well, we always listen to grandma. And then we're gonna put it into this pan. What did you put inside with the green beans?
Oil, vinegar, and some triple sec.
The potatoes are still trying to boil, so we're still waiting on that. We got oil, salt, and pepper. What else are we doing?
Rosemary.
Oh, the potatoes are boiling.
Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes.
If you guys didn't see my Amazon must-haves, that is why that is a must-have. We typically marinate, but we forgot that this steak was in the freezer, and so we took it out this morning and was trying to get it to thaw, but it didn't thaw, so we didn't get a chance to marinate it. So we're just doing something really basic with it today. But Griffin will have to share his marinade recipe with you guys at some point. Our potatoes are done. We added the butter and garlic mixture to it, and then we're gonna add in a 1/2 cup of hot milk, which Griffin is heating up, and then a 1/4 cup of sour cream. And then we take our masher and Griffin mashes it. Our steak's also finished, and they look so yummy. We're reheating our green beans just because they've been sitting a little bit. We definitely should have made more, but bone apple teeth, y'all. We got steak and green beans and mashed potatoes, and it's delicious. I even poured myself a glass of wine. It is a good night. Griffin and I just finished dinner. I changed into my pajamas, and I'm gonna read you guys today's notable quotable. That way we can go ahead and close today's vlog because it is now about 9:30, and I think Griffin and I are just gonna hang out and watch some shows and go to bed. A nice relaxing evening. And today's notable quotable comes from Robin, and there says, "Don't forget that you are wildly capable." And she put a little note on here saying, "A great reminder, especially when struggling with imposter syndrome." So I think every now and again, all of us can doubt ourselves, and we just need that friendly reminder that you are 100% capable in doing what whatever you put your mind to, whatever you want to do. And your dreams and aspirations are always crazy until you reach them. And you know, I never thought that I'd be here doing what I do. I am here, and I'm wildly capable of so much more, and so are you guys. But thank you, Robin, for today's notable quotable. If you want to be the next notable quotable shout out, all you have to do is leave me a comment down below of your favorite quote, song, lyric, whatever motivates you, inspires you, keeps you going with hashtag notable quotable, and I can shout you out at the end of the next vlog. I love you guys so much, more than you'll ever know, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Don't you stop the music, get into it, won't you dance with me? Find the place and lose it, you can do it, won't you dance with me? Move your feet and feel it in the space between. You gotta give yourself a moment, let your body be